obviously, you know, if you're talking about a musical journey by me, then it's not complete without the Beatles. The Beatles are the best. They wrote the best songs, they played the best parts, they wore the best clothes, they were in the best era.
Which song from them?
I Am the Walrus, because depending on what speakers you're listening to it on, I always hear something new in it. Or every time it's like, I never got, that's what that radio interference was saying. How incredible. You know, you'd be brushing your teeth and just think, I've never heard that before. You know, Oasis used to cover it in the early days. We didn't have enough songs at the beginning to, you know, play for 45 minutes. I'd worked out I Am the Walrus, and if we extended the end, we could just extend it until we played enough to get paid. So the end would always do the goo 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 goo, and then Liam would just walk off, and then I'd walk off, and we'd stand and watch the other three trying to work out an ending for it, which they never did. They were just kind of, we'd be like, what? And that's it, we're done, and then just stop.
It's very clever.
Yeah, but it's quite, we used to do this like this heavy rock punk version, not in its pace, but it was in your face. And and again, it was one of the things that set us apart from all the other bands at the time. Liam would go, I Am the Walrus, you know, into I Am the Walrus, and people would go, fucking hell, this will be a laugh. The night Alan McGee came to see us in King Tut's in Scotland, when Liam said, I Am the Walrus, he was like, oh my God, they're actually going to fucking do this. And by the end, he was like, wow, and they fucking did it, you know, and they did it.
That night you referenced Alan McGee coming to see you at that club. Was that the night where it all changed? Where he said, I want to sign you? Yeah. I met Johnny Marr for the first time on the Thursday. It was my birthday on the Friday. We went up to Scotland on the Saturday and met Alan McGee, and we arrived back in Manchester on the Sunday with an offer of a record deal. And it was like, fuck me. As weekends go, that is not bad. That's not bad. That ironically ended up being the final song that you would play with Oasis. You would finish your set, and the last show that you played as a band.
Did we?
Finished with I Am the Walrus.
Did we? Right. Yeah, that wasn't that last tour was not happy. Nobody was happy at the time. The other fellas trying to rewrite history that it was all fucking great, and it wasn't all great. It was a fucking dreadful last year of Oasis, 2009, whatever it was a terrible, terrible, terrible time. It had come to an end, you could feel it. I don't look back on any of those gigs. There's a couple. There's one in Argentina, which is quite famous, that were in the River Plate Stadium, which was amazing. But on the whole, it was just a ball ache, that tour.
You strike me as the kind of person that when you're done, you're done.
You get one shot at life. Why be unhappy? In any sense of your life, whether it be in your personal life or your professional life or whatever it is, everybody knows the story. It all came to a head, and I was cool with it. I was like, fuck it, you know, I don't need this to make me happy. You know, if I never write another song, I've written some of the best songs, you know, of our fucking eras, you know what I mean? So I was cool with it. It's amazing that the flame is still alive, though. That is really, truly fucking humbling when you see kids. I was up at the Etihad up in Manchester last night, and, you know, a couple of young lads, like teenagers, could only have been 1 or 2 when we broke up. We're like, fucking, you know, and showing me all the Oasis songs on their phone and all that kind of thing, and like massive fans, and we're like getting giddy, and it's like, it's an amazing thing that it stood the test of time. And, you know, yeah, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think, fucking hell, we did something really, really spectacular there. I still can't articulate what it was. Do you know what I mean? Because it was more, although it's the songs and all that, it's more than that, though.
You wrote songs for people to find a home in.
Yeah, but that's not why I wrote them. You know, Liam asked me to join his band, and I think the first couple of gigs, I was doing their songs that him and Bonehead were writing. I was not really that ambitious, if I'm being honest. And then Liam said, yeah, well, haven't you got any songs? And I was like, hold this. I didn't have any of the great songs. You know, I was like, well, yeah, okay, all right. Well, you play this while I play that, and then you play that over that, and you do this drum beat. And there was a moment where Oasis started to play one of my songs, and everybody joined in. And at that moment, I was like, we are going to fucking rule the world. I'm going to take so many fucking drugs. It's unbelievable.